The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O, the R, the K. Look yourself in the face. Look yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself, are you giving 120% every day? Every play? Give me 120 or don't give me nothing at all. The guy you competing against, you haven't outworked him. You've not outworked the person next to you. You've not out-hustled them. You've not out-rhymed them. You've not outdone them. You're not locked in. Bring all your passion. Bring heart. Every single game, every single play. Put forth 120% or don't ask nobody to do nothing to you. The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O.
What's going on, everybody? Good morning. Hope everybody is having a great morning. Hope that hope everybody's Tuesday is getting started off right. We're gonna get our Tuesday started off right. I know that. We're gonna wake up. We're gonna get after it. We're gonna do what we do. Gonna get this Tuesday started off with a bang. You guys know Tuesdays are my busy day at work, so be with you guys for a little bit. We're gonna do this. Ladybug, good morning. So we're gonna get into it this morning. Brand new, fresh morning, Tuesday. We're gonna get this thing started off right. We're gonna make sure that it we're waking up in a positive attitude. We're doing what we do, and gonna go through some of this pre-market stuff. Gonna go through some of this news from a global cryptocurrency perspective. And we're gonna get after it this morning and make sure everybody's up and looking at their money the right way and knowing what's going on in this market so they can make some good, solid decisions on where they're going to put their money, or if they're going to put their money somewhere, or if it's time to sit on the sidelines. So what we got going on right now, guys, is the pre-markets right now are all green. They're all looking good. They look like the stock market's going right now going to open up in green, going to open up decent. But be careful, guys, because Target's getting ready to report their earnings today, and their earnings are not looking good, and their stock is tanking right now. Actually, in the pre-markets, it is going all the way down. This is a sign of things to come from the rest of the department stores. Their earnings are going to be low, which means that people are not spending the money that they're projected them to spend. Which is going to hurt the markets. It's going to hurt their stock prices. It is definitely on the way down from this consumer perspective. So, obviously when they report their fourth quarter earnings, they're not going to be as good as they expected. But this is of no surprise to anybody. If you've been rolling with me for a minute, you know that the majority of Americans are living on credit. Living paycheck to paycheck, living on credit, which eventually will see the market in a negative light at some point. And housing's not doing well right now. There's not a sector in the market that's doing well right now. So this should not surprise you. So just know that Target's reporting today, and the market will take their earnings today as a sign of things to come when these other department stores start to report. So, but Target's looking to not meet their earnings, and their stock is actually tanking right now in the pre-market. So, LeGrand, good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope your Tuesday morning is good. I hope you are up and at it this morning. We're just getting started. These pre-markets, though, they look to be halfway decent. They look to be okay. So yeah, I mean, they look to be in the green. They look to be decent. But we'll see. We'll see as the morning rolls on what happens. You guys know a lot of times when we're on this stream, these pre-markets change. So we'll keep an eye on them. The crypto fear and greed index sitting at neutral. you guys, I always like to remind you guys, this is a lagging indicator. It does not represent what's going on in the market current time. This is usually about 24 hours to 48 hours behind, but it's sitting in neutral, which is about where it should be, given the market conditions right now. So that seems to line up well with kind of where we are. We have a market cap right now in the global cryptocurrency market of about about $66 billion. So when we were talking down here yesterday, this market cap was around 1,078 billion. So roughly about 10 billion left to market between in the last 24 hours, which is not a good sign for the longevity of the market. You guys know that this global market cap, we talk about this all the time, when this thing goes down, expect the market to go down. You can't have money going out of the market and then tokens continuing to pump as well. So the two they don't match up. Be prepared for that. If that money doesn't start coming back in this morning, then the market's probably going to be in for a little bit of a down day. You got Bitcoin sitting around $23,426. It's up on the hourly, but more importantly, it's down on the 24 hour. You got Ethereum sitting at about $1,630 right now. Again, it's up on the hourly and down on the 24. So it looks like as the American markets are waking up, it looks like they're buying crypto a little bit. You see a lot of green in the hourly. So you had the overseas markets, which you can look at the 24 hour, right? Because that's the overnight while we were sleeping. And then you go ahead and look at the American markets as they're starting to wake up. They're starting to decide whether or not they agree or disagree with what the overseas markets did overnight. It looks like as they're starting to wake up, and people starting to wake up this morning in the United States, it looks like we're moving more and more to the green side. So that's actually a positive movement for the morning as of right now. But again, we know that these things can change as we move on. Polygon guys, Matic is taking a step backwards a little bit from yesterday as well. It's sitting at $1.22 right now. It's down about 1.9% over the 24 hour. And usually Matic outperforms the market when it comes to Ethereum, but last night it actually underperformed the market because Ethereum only lost 0.9% on the 24, and Matic actually lost more, which is not normal for Matic. Usually Matic outperforms the market, but we'll see what happens today. This thing has been taking a steady decline backwards over the past couple of days. So if we go ahead and we pull up the 7-day, you'll see the steady decline in Matic as it comes down slowly. It's on that slow decline, but that's okay. Because like I told you guys, at 120, I'll look to open up a new position in Matic. Not my long-term position, but I'll open up a new position in Matic, and that'll be my short-term position. And I'll be looking to get rid of that at like $1.50. So, but keep an eye on Polygon. It's falling back, more than the market is falling back. Solana had an outage in their blockchain a couple days ago. Doesn't really look like it affected their coin price too much. But again, Solana had another outage, and the saga continues with Solana. I'm not invested in Solana. They have way too many outages for me. FTX still owns about 13% of Solana, so I'm sitting on the sidelines for Solana. FTX is starting to open up some trading on their platform, but we'll see. I don't trust Solana as an investment, given the supply that's out there and the hands that it's in. So I'm gonna stay clear of Solana. But you know what? If you're invested in Solana, and you got in around $8 or $9, you're making some good money right now. It's just one of the ones that I'm just staying away from. Crow, guys, Crow is actually holding up really well in this market. It's holding up. It's one of these better plays that have been holding up a little bit better than the market. If you look at it, it's on the 24-hour. I mean, on the hourly, it's up, but on the 24-hour, it's up as well, about 0.12%. It's been actually holding up better than what anybody could have expected of where it's at. So Crow is doing really well. I took profits. I took profits at 150 with Polygon. That's a good place to take profits, LeGrand. At 150, it's a good place to skim a little bit off the top. Keep your bag in there and skim a little bit off the top. I think I took a little bit of profits at 150 as well. But I'm if it goes to 120, I definitely will open up a new position. I won't add to my current position that I have because I bought that Solana right around 50 cents. So I'm not looking to increase my overall average cost on that bag, but I will open up a new one. So I'll open up a new one in a new wallet and see if we can't use that as a short term money gainer right there. So H-bar, guys, you guys know I'm big on H-bar. I love it. Love my H-bar. I do hold a little bit of H-bar. I want more. I'll probably gain more this week. It's come down a lot over the 7 day. It's down 14.72%. The reason why I have not got into H-bar yet is because I want this to be 6 cents in the lower 6 cent range, which it's only going to take a little bit of a market pullback for that to happen. So I'm going to I think it's going to get there. I'm betting that it's going to get there. So I'm not going to buy in until I'm not going to add to my bag until then, but I think it'll get there. So I'm looking for just a little bit better price. I could buy in right now and feel comfortable with my buy, but I'm gonna chill for a second and see what happens. But H-bar is another one. It's out when the market was really down. H-bar was really outperforming the market by a lot. So H-bar is one of them ISO 2022 coins that are really going to take off. And if you're not well versed in the ISO coins, you probably should go ahead and do some research on that because these ISO coins will run before the bull market runs. I believe just because of utility alone. I think we're going to have a utility run, and I think the ISO coins will lead the way. So I'm a big ISO person. I think they're going to be around for a long time. And plus, when you become ISO 2022 compliant, it means that you've passed a regulatory scrutiny already. So this whole SEC mess that we're in right now, these tokens won't necessarily have to go through that. They've already done their due diligence. XRP is another good one right now. If you don't have a good position in XRP or you're looking to add to your XRP a little bit, 37 cents is a good spot to probably get in anywhere in this 37 cent mark. This thing hung around 40 cents for a long time. And we all know we're just waiting for the case, right? We're just waiting for the SEC for them guys to win that case with the SEC. And then this thing will probably more than likely skyrocket. But it hung around this 39 to 40 cent range for a long time. We just have the 7 day up right here. I mean, we can pull the month up. You'll see the same thing. It kind of hovered right around this area up in here. It did have slight pullbacks here and there, but nothing really big. It loves to sit in that 39 to 40 cent range. So anytime you can grab it at 37 cents, 35 cents, and just sit on it for a little while, at least until the SEC case is over, you're probably going to be happy with your investment. That's my opinion. So, go ahead and look into that, or I'll probably add if it goes down to the low 37-cent range, I'll probably add to what I have, and I'll just throw that in the same bag as the rest of my XRP. So I'm always looking to bolster that XRP position, because XRP may be the first token to run, because the only thing they need is a win. The only thing that they need is a win from the SEC, and that thing's gonna do its thing. So you guys know Shibarium's coming, and Bone has been on an absolute tear. It's been on a ride. It's been on one of them nice rides, down a little bit at $1.75. But the key here is there's not a lot of supply in Bone. There's really not. It's not listed on a lot of tier 1 exchanges, but this is going to be the gas for the Shibarium blockchain, guys. So, in order to make swaps on Shibarium, you're going to have to own Bone, which means Bone is going to become more and more scarce. Don't be surprised if you see Bone start to be listed on a lot of these tier 1s, just because, Shibarium's, the beta's coming. There's a lot of volume in Bone right now, and they're not listed on a lot of tier 1s. So don't be surprised if you start to see some tier 1s popping up with Bone. That's just kind of like my estimate. Everybody's going to want a piece of this, including some of your tier 1 exchanges. They're going to want some of this volume. But Bone's ready to roll. Again, if you've been rolling with us, you're probably buying Bone at like 35, 36 cents, somewhere in there, 37. So you're up pretty good. I took a little bit at way back here when it first started to run. Let's see. Probably I would say somewhere up in here when it really started to run. I took a little bit off the top, and I just left the rest, and I'm going to let the rest ride. I probably will wait for the $3 mark, $3.25 to sell a little bit more. I'm going to wait for the big run to happen. I think it's going to happen. So I'm going to sit back and wait. If this does drop, though, because what I think is going to happen is a lot of people don't understand that the Shibarium blockchain is going to come out in beta first, which means it's not going to be live. I don't think a lot of people understand that. And when that happens, I can see Bone pulling back because people are going to be disappointed with that. And if that pulls back anywhere under $1.50, I might open up a new position and make that my short position on Bone, and go ahead and just use that for a short time. And then when it releases on mainnet or hits on some of these tier 1s, I think that'll rise. So again, I'll open up a short position if that pullback happens. So we shall see. Go ahead and look at these bubbles. We love our pictures. So on the daily, the overseas markets overnight while we were sleeping, they treated us okay here in the United States. I mean, they treated us okay. It wasn't great, but it wasn't a big sell-off either. So they treated us all right. Not anything that was surprising, right? And then we'll narrow this down to the hourly. And like I said, here we are. The United States markets are starting to open up. You're starting to see a lot more green, which could set up for a decent day in the cryptocurrency market today as the Americans start to wake up. Obviously, they're a little bit more bullish on the cryptocurrency market today than the overseas markets were. But keep in mind, we still have this looming out here, right? We still have these target earnings to come in, and we still have a couple other things that we have to deal with in the stock market. So, this is early. These are early projections. It's early in the morning, but you know what? We're going to take the good news when we can get the good news. And right now we're in green, and that's good news. So looks like Ethereum's coming up a little bit this morning as well. Sitting at $1,635. It's come up a little bit since we've been on here. So hasn't Bitcoin. So, we could be setting up for a decent day. BNB sitting at 303. I did tell you guys over the weekend, I did add to my BNB bag and got under that $300 mark. And every time it's there, every time it's in that 397 range, I'm a buyer. I tell you guys that all the time. I mean, that 297 range, I'm a buyer. I tell you guys that all the time. I'm comfortable there. I'm comfortable buying there. So, gonna keep adding to at that price. So that's my spot. If you're in BNB, pick your spot in DCA as you guys should. Let's get into some of this news. Again, the SEC's back at it again. My boy Gary Gensler always wants to mess the markets up or do something crazy with the markets. He subpoenaed Robinhood for their cryptocurrency offerings on their platform. So, we'll go ahead and watch this and see where this goes. But now Robinhood's on the hot seat for the cryptocurrency offerings. Gary he's just throwing, my opinion is the man's just throwing darts at the dartboard. He's trying to see what sticks. He's trying to see, if he can't get some of these guys to roll on people or stop offering crypto on their platforms. I mean, he's just subpoenaing everybody right now. But we talked about this yesterday. This is what happens when you have an unlimited supply of money from the taxpayers, that you can just go out here and spend this money subpoenaing people, spending time in court, with no, his business plan. Like, it doesn't really matter, right? Because he can just do whatever he wants when he wants, and just continually spend money subpoenaing people and putting them in court. It's just getting to be a little bit ridiculous at this point. It's almost like, who's next, right? Who's he gonna subpoena next? That's the question. It's not even whether it's right or whether it's wrong. It's just like, who's next? But we said that when the United States started to regulate crypto or act like they were going to regulate crypto, a lot of the other countries were going to start to jump on board, and they were going to start to duplicate a lot of what's going on in the United States, because that's just how the markets work. You see the UK now, its banking regulators are to propose rules on issuing holdings for crypto. This is much like the United States just did the other day with their custodian regulations that they want to pass, where your centralized exchanges had to have custodians. So, here we go again, right? So I just, it just doesn't stop. So it just does not stop with these guys. So, we will see. We'll see what happens here. But we talked about this on here. You're going to see more and more countries start to follow the United States lead. That's just what happens, right? Another thing that we talk about out here quite often is the overall market, the Dallas Fed. the Dallas Fed expects a recession in the second half of 2023. This isn't groundbreaking news. This isn't anything that we haven't talked about out here. We're already in a recession. Call it what you want. It doesn't matter. Go to the store. Go try to buy a house. Go try to buy a car. Go try to buy eggs. Go try to buy milk. Go try to buy your basic necessities. Anywhere in the country, anywhere in the United States, anywhere in the country, anywhere in the world, it doesn't matter. The price is up, and that equals a recession. And here we are. We're already in a recession. It's already happening. They just hasn't officially called it a recession yet, and it's going to continue to happen. And they'll officially announce us being in a recession in 2023, and this is why I'm trying to tell you guys that the bull run is not going to happen in 2023. There's too much negative things in the market for the market to take off. And the cryptocurrency cannot be in a bull run if the stock market is as low as it is right now. The two just do not match. It will not happen. Unless something really turns around in the United States, you're not going to see, if in the world, I don't want to say just in the United States, but in the world, because we have people on here that listen to us from everywhere. But if these markets do not turn around, you're not going to see a bull run in 2023. It's just not going to happen. It can't happen. It doesn't make sense. Also, Coinbase. I think that this is kind of funny article, right? So, because what did CZ do to USDC? He stopped all trading pairs. Who's one of the biggest investors in USDC? BlackRock and Coinbase, right? So now Coinbase suspends all BUSD trading on their platform. So these guys are just going tit for tat right now. Coinbase, BlackRock, CZ, Binance, they're going tit for tat. They're going to see who wins. To me, that this is a bunch of billionaires, fighting amongst each other, trying to figure out who's going to come out on top. Doesn't really mean much, really, to me, whether or not, you can trade BUSD pairs on Coinbase, or you can trade USDC pairs on Binance. Really has zero effect on where I think we need to be going from a cryptocurrency market. These guys are just a bunch of billionaires fighting amongst themselves, trying to figure out who's the king of the mountain. At the end of the day, they'll both be fine. They'll both make it. They'll both be billionaires. They'll both get tons of transactions. They'll both make a lot of money. So, let them fight it out amongst each other. Will this have a negative impact on BUSD? Yeah, it probably will. It already has. The same way that Binance had a negative impact on USDC. So these guys are just hurting each other. That's all they're doing. They're just hurting each other. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. Not a lot, probably. Yeah. So we're doing okay today. We are actually, the market is actually doing okay. It's hanging in there. It's still early though. You got to wait for that opening bell to happen in the stock market to see where this market's really going to go, or it's really going to take off, or if it's just going to trade sideways. And we have been trading sideways for a while. So everybody looks at these little pumps like they're something. This is nothing. This is all sideways action as far as market cap goes. This is really nothing. This is absolutely these pumps are absolutely child's play, guys. If you're in it for these little bit of pumps right here, you're probably in it for the wrong reasons. This is child's play. This is nothing. So if you're pumped up about Bitcoin going from 21,000 to 23,000, then good luck. Good luck to you, trying to make some real money. But you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens here. But this market cap, where's this market cap at now? It came up. It came up 2 billion since we've been talking. So we are on the uphill. We are on a recovery mode from the last 24 hours. It's come up 2 billion, So yeah, about 2 billion. So, we're making some moves here. Ken, how are you? BlackRock. I knew you were coming with the I knew you were coming with the Coinbase, Ken. I knew you were kind of sitting back listening. I knew you would have something to say. BlackRock already has the rebuild ultra contract. BlackRock is, people don't realize how big of a BlackRock is, right? In this cryptocurrency game. They think, oh my God, it's retail investors. The retail investors, good morning, Kelcher. Good morning, Kelcher. People think, oh my God, the retail investors are driving this market, and the retail investors are the ones that are going to make this bull run happen. They're the ones that are going to make everything happen. These guys don't realize it's not the retail investors that are going to drive this market. We don't have enough money to drive this market. It's going to be these institutional investors like BlackRock and everybody else that'll drive this market to where the next bull run has to be. And BlackRock is a big player in that. BlackRock they have so much money tied up in USDC and in Coinbase. People don't even really realize the amount of billions of dollars that these guys have tied up in these things. And if you think for a second that the retail investors in the cryptocurrency market are going to drive this next bull run, you are absolutely drinking this Kool-Aid that you probably shouldn't be drinking. And that's the problem with a lot of things that are going on in the cryptocurrency market right now, is that there's a lot of Kool-Aid drinkers out there. They're drinking this Kool-Aid. They're listening to this craziness. They're listening to this nonsense, and they're not watching the charts and listening to the news and watching what's going on around them. Good morning, Dr. Rob. Good morning. Ken. Good morning. But there's a lot of Kool-Aid drinkers out there, and they're not watching what's going on around them. And that's why, if you notice, I've taken a step back from certain things, because, I can't drink all that Kool-Aid. It gives me a stomachache. And, people got to speak facts. They got to speak with numbers. They have to come with, you can't tell me, people can't tell me that they're about to go on a skyrocket run in a market that's $1.07 trillion. That's not going to happen. So, I'm not drinking that Kool-Aid. You know what I mean? I'm not. I invest. I invest my money on straight facts and straight numbers and straight. So, I know where this. I've been around this market long enough to know what's real and what's not. And, you can't have a bull run when your global market cap is $1.07 trillion. You can't. You've been trading sideways forever. And if you think for a minute that just because we had a pump in this market cap right here and then right here, that you were in the middle of a big, huge run and everybody was celebrating success. Well, as you're celebrating success at this little bit of a gain right here, Look at what just happened. The market just took it all back and brought you all the way back down to this line right here of this support line right here. The market brought you right back. So if you bought in right here on this line and you were screaming and hollering about a bull run and you rolled this all the way up and you didn't take your profits on this line right here, then guess what? You just broke even. That's all you did, is you just invested in something and broke even. That's it. You didn't make any money, not any real money. So, people get all excited. Bitcoin's at $24,000 or $25,000. The market's going up. Yeah, Bitcoin is going to go to $24,000 or $25,000. But we've said it on this channel plenty of times. Every time Bitcoin hits $24,200, it gets smacked right back down. So that saga continues. Lost the fees. Lost the fees. Yeah, you did. Like, if you were paying 15% around trip on taxes and you bought in and you rode that pump up and you didn't take profits, and now you're sitting at an even market cap. Well, guess what? Like, you lost 15%. Like, you didn't even make 15% in profit. So, taking Bitcoin from 23,000 up to 25,000, it's not 15%. So, like, you got to do the math, right? You have to do the math. But Matic gained another penny. We talked about it on here. I'm waiting for this to pull back to 120. It will. This market's gonna pull back. Like I said before, these pre-markets, they're green. But Target has reported their earnings. Everybody's estimating that Target's earnings right here are gonna be way low. And if you look at the Target stock right now in the pre-markets, it is absolutely getting hammered, because they know that their earnings are not going to be anywhere near where they should be. This stock is absolutely getting hammered this morning before the market even opens. And Target will be the precursor for the rest of the department stores. So the market's going to start to price in that the rest of the department stores are going to have terrible earnings, just like Target, and you're going to see them stocks tumble today. It's just the way the stock market works. It is the way that it is. Oh, and here's a funny story for you guys. For anybody who loves their TikTok, I'm not on TikTok. But anybody who loves their TikTok, the United States government is starting to look at a bill to ban TikTok from the United States. So I wouldn't get too in love with your TikTok, because the government might take it away from you here pretty soon. So, but you got to watch this stuff right here, these earnings right here, and you have to watch this credit card situation that's going on in the United States too. The majority of people are living paycheck to paycheck. They're living off their credit cards, and eventually that's going to come to pass. That's going to be a nasty issue, and it's going to be an issue that we're going to have to deal with at some point. And we're not going to deal with it positively. I was just reading a report the other day that a lot of Americans are starting to fall behind on their car payments. So, none of this is lining up for success. And then you come in here and you have the Dallas Fed reporting that they expect a recession in the second half of 2023. These guys know what they're talking about. Like, this is what they do. So, they're setting the tone for this recession. We're in a recession already, but they're setting the tone for the official recession, the government to officially announce a recession in the second half of 2023. And who the hell in their right mind thinks that this market's going to take off in the middle of a recession? The only way that that's going to happen is if the United States government turns on the money printing machine again, and they start handing out money of trillions of dollars, much like they did a couple years ago. that put us in this exact situation that we're in. So the world, and the whole world is in a recession, not just the United States, the whole world. Never used never used TikTok. Me either, man. I can't. I'm to the point now, Ken. There's so much social media out here. I'm not interested in adding another social media platform to what I do. I got off Facebook. It was one of the best decisions I ever made. I'm just on Twitter and YouTube and Instagram, and that is it. And that is it. Seiko, good morning. But yeah, nobody in their right mind. The whole world is in a recession, guys. It's not just the United States; it's the world. So, and like I said, if you don't believe me, you just go to the store, you try to buy some milk, you try to buy some eggs, you try to buy your groceries, and you tell me what's the difference between that grocery price in 2023 and that grocery price in 2021 or 22. You try to buy a car, try to buy a house, look at your credit card statement, look at the amount of interest you're paying versus what you were paying, just 12 months ago. Your interest rate on your credit card, if you got a good credit score right now, about 19%. And that's on old purchases. Me too, deleted Facebook a few years ago. Yeah, I can't do the whole Facebook thing, Ken. There's just too much. Man, I can't deal with other people's drama all the time. Dr. Rob, what's up? Seiko's in the house. But yeah, I can't, Facebook just turned into be a lot of drama. I can't deal with all that nonsense. Diggs, good morning. Good morning. But so when you get reports like this from the Dallas Fed and they're projecting a recession in the second half of 2023, start to redo your math about where you think this market's going to be in 2023. This cryptocurrency market's going to be in 2023, right? We haven't been able to break $1 trillion. But let's just talk facts here. We haven't been able to break $1.5 trillion market cap. In the whole second half of 2022, and now all the way up into 2023, this market cap has not been over $1.5 trillion. And actually, we spent most of 2022 under $1 trillion. So we just broke back into the $1 trillion mark a couple months ago. So, you think about that for a minute and think about the height of the last bull run was at $3 trillion, right? So we're a negative $2 trillion already. And we sat most of 2022 negative about $2.5 trillion in market cap. So, just think about that. Ask yourself, where were we at last year from a financial standpoint that's different than where we are this year? Well, nowhere really. So nowhere. So, actually we may be worse. We're probably worse off now than we were last year. Hit the damn like button and subscribe to the stream. So we're probably a little bit worse off than we were last year. So, I don't know what, you got to stop drinking this Kool-Aid, guys. You got to stop making decisions that aren't based off of facts. You just can't keep listening to this nonsense that's out here in the cryptocurrency market, and a lot of it's nonsense. Dan, you thought you thought expectations expectations news on XRP. XRP news. There's a lot of XRP news. I haven't digested it all, Dan. I haven't looked at it. I know there was some stuff that came out yesterday. But I haven't really looked into it totally enough to bring it to the stream. I have to read and see what's going on with it. But there was a little bit of news that came out yesterday. But XRP, anything other than them guys having a settlement or winning their case is just XRP people will get mad at me, but I own a lot of XRP. But anything outside of that case being finished is just noise. So there's no news with XRP unless the case is over. LeGrand, you leaving? I'm out here in a little while too. XXI, good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, it is the last day for the MMAI NFT sales. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I think MMAI is doing a great job on their preset on their NFT sales. I think that we're doing good. I think that their sales are going well. And as you guys know, MMAI is sponsoring the stream, so go give them guys some love. They help me bring you guys this content, right? So, but I think they're doing good on their NFT sales. I think they're doing okay, about as well as we could expect. I would like to see us get to that 500 mark. I think that's the mark that we should be at. I think that's the mark that we need to strive for as this day moves on. At 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I believe it's over. I'm kind of not mad that it's over. There's so many things that we have to get to from an MMAI perspective, that we have to move on from the NFT sales at some point soon. We have to get to the games. We have to get to the blockchain. We have to get to the wallet. We have to get to mining. We have to get to the metaverse. We have all these things that are going on and being worked on simultaneously together. The NFTs are just one part of the ecosystem. So I think bringing this NFT sale to a strong finish right now is probably a good thing for the project. What's good, Rob? A little under the weather. Me too, Rob. I woke up this morning. I was like, man, I'm not feeling that great. So I'm with you on that. Yeah, Daniel. I think they did great. I think so too. I think when we start to talk about, realistic, right? So, let's talk realistic. I think that the NFT sales went great. The NFTs were not going to be for everybody. At 0.45 ETH, some people weren't going to be able to get them. But at the end of the day, that NFT sale was extended for the community as well. And I think, I personally believe that we should have got to 500, but that being said, we're going to finish where we're going to finish. Right. And we're not going to, the project's not going to stop because they needed the capital from the NFTs to move forward. And I'm just speaking facts to you guys this morning because that's just what I feel like doing. The project doesn't need the capital to move the project forward. Would it be nice? Yeah, it'd be nice. Do they need it? No. They have the technology teams to move this project forward. They've already moving this project forward. The metaverse that's that's getting ready to come out, that's already been in beta, would have taken another project 4 to 5 years to come out with. We're on month 5. and it's because of who we're partnered with. Not be, that this metaverse isn't something that was just built in 5 months. This thing has been worked on for years, and it's just now coming out to the masses. When you look at the games, the single shooter game is just one of many games, right? And this game is getting ready to come out in beta sometime in March, right? And you got to have a key to the city in order to beta test it. So if you don't have an NFT, you're not going to be a beta tester, and that's just pure facts, right? If you want to beta test a game, you got to have a key to the city. So if you don't have one, you can't beta test it, and this game, if you're in the gaming industry, that games like this built on Unreal Engine 5 take a couple years to come out and be developed and be built. Again, in 5 months, we're going to give you guys a beta. And then you look at the metaverse and gaming, MMAI will be the first metaverse on mobile, right? They're going to be the first metaverse that's on mobile devices. And that's not an easy task either. That takes a lot of technology. Good morning, Lena. That takes a lot of technology to happen, and to be able to pull that off. This stuff doesn't happen just overnight. So I'm starting to catch up on the chat now. Yeah. The NFTs. The NFTs isn't for everybody. No, and that's the one good thing about Ganga. Hi, how are you? I missed you. Oh, there you are. The chat jumped on me and I missed you. Good morning, Ganga. So yeah, I mean, but the thing about it is like, you look at these gaming studios, right? MMAI now has a gaming studio. That means they're got multiple games, multiple microtransactions within the metaverse. And the metaverse is going to be mobile. Nobody else can say that. And it will be mobile, and nobody else can say that they have one of them. And, I don't care what they say. They can say that they're building one. I don't care. They don't have one. We have one. And we have a metaverse. People can say that they're building a metaverse. It doesn't matter. We have a metaverse. We have a working product. So that is what it is. And then we haven't even talked about, the wallet, which is the main utility, right? The main utility in the ecosystem, in my opinion, is the wallet. And when this comes out, you're going to have the ability to have a cold storage on your phone, and you're going to have the ability to do online, offline transactions on your phone as well. But more importantly, what I think people forget is that businesses are going to be able to utilize this Pure Wallet for transactions that, they may not be able to utilize credit cards for, right? And all that stuff, I say all that to you for you guys to understand that. And we haven't even talked about the blockchain. So layer 2 blockchain coming out in, summer, right? I call it summer, given the technology. And I say all that to you guys just to say to you, all these equal microtransactions, and microtransactions will drive the coin price. When you think about where MMAI is going, and I said this the other day on the stream, some projects are built where they need a lot of holders, right? And then some projects are built where they need a lot of transactions. And not one of them are the right way or the wrong way. It's just how you build your project out. And MMAI's project is built out where they need a lot of transactions. A lot of microtransactions will drive your coin. And so it's not necessarily built off a holder count. You see all the rest of some of these tokens are out here and they're really trying to build their holders, and that's their main focus. And that's cool. I'm invested in some of them, but MMAI is not built like that. So I agree. Let me catch up on this. Aaron, good morning. Good morning. Ganga, I'm sorry I missed you, but good morning. Get well soon. We'll see him at 11:30. We even if he is sick, we ain't gonna give him a break today. Ganga, he gonna have to tough that out. Yes, hit that like button, hit that sub button too. Ganga, yeah. Yesterday I was checking the white paper of MMAI. Which white paper? The metaverse one. It's really good. You know, yeah. If you guys listen, I'm not a big reader of them documents, right? Because they're long and I read all day long for work. But I did have a chance to skim through some. If you really get a chance to narrow down they call them white papers, so we'll stick with white papers, but really they're proof of work. I call them proof of work, like they're proving out their work and what they're doing and how they're doing it. You'll be absolutely amazed at what's going on over there in the technology that they have. Check out the one for check out the white paper for the actual wallet. It's amazing. Layer 2 blockchain. Layer 2 blockchains have Layer 2 blockchain. Our Layer 2 blockchain is going to be absolutely amazing. I think, I think that when you look at the mining capabilities that they're going to put in with that and everything else, and I want you to like think about this for a minute too. And it's you have to think about the long-term plan and not just where you are right now, right? So think about the games, right? Now think about all of that being ran off of Layer 2 MMAI's Layer 2 blockchain, where you have, let's say you want to change your skin on your game. Well, you're going to probably spend MMAI to do that, right? And then that transaction is probably going to be ran through the Layer 2 blockchain, right? You're going to have to spend MMAI tokens to make that transaction as well. And they could be very micro, small transactions, but think about how many of them that you can do a day and how many of that and how much of that is running through the blockchain / coin, right? And then you think about the wallet, right? Think about the transactions that you'll make in that wallet that you'll more than likely need some MMAI coin to execute, right? Them microtransactions are going to be craziness. And then you get into this business aspect, right? Where these businesses are using the MMAI wallet, right? Think about the amount of business that they're going to have a day and the amount of transactions they're going to have a day. And think about the MMAI coin being part of that transaction process and how many microtransactions you're going to make a day. So now you have microtransactions coming at you through your businesses, through your wallet. You have microtransactions coming at you through the retail investors in your wallet. You have microtransactions coming at you from the metaverse. You have microtransactions coming at you through the gaming side. So you have all this stuff going on with all these microtransactions that are going on, and they're all being ran through the MMAI blockchain. So you're getting microtransactions from the blockchain too. So, I mean, I don't know how else to put that to people to make them understand it, but you have to think about what's coming your way to understand where you're headed, right? And you got to understand that. I saw the Nigeria. We haven't even got into the Nigeria stuff, Ken, and that's just a whole nother like realm of things that we like. This is why we have to move on. Today we have to move on because like Ken brings up a whole nother segment of this project that we haven't even put a lot of concentration into yet is the Nigeria partnership and things like that. So like there's so much going on that we have to as content creators and people that bring you Twitter spaces and things like that, like there's so much going on. Like we need every single content creator we have, and we need every single person in Twitter just to keep up with the news. There's so much news that's going on. Not one person, Awesome Austin could not bring you all the news that's happening with MMAI in one day. Dr. Rob could not bring you all the news that's happening with MMAI one day unless we had a Twitter space of 4 or 5 hours long, of which half of the people would be falling asleep halfway through it because it's so long, to bring you up to date on everything that's going on with MMAI. Like this is how fast this project is moving. MMAI will be working with one of the Nigerian tribes, and that's what I'm saying, Dr. Rob. Like when you look at that, like we haven't even really, like, we talk about it, but we really haven't like talked about it because the NFT sales have taken up, which they should have, right? That's what's really at our forefront right now, but we got to get to some of this other stuff too. Can nothing hold me hold me down? Rob, you better get better, man. You got a 11:30 today. I don't think we have anybody in the community that doesn't understand. XXI, you'd be surprised. What MMA XXI, you'd be surprised. There's people that don't understand, that sit in spaces every day, and there's people that don't understand that are out here in the community that are not even invested. And people will try to drop shade on MMAI, and not even know what the hell they're talking about, and them people, there's a lot of them out there too. And like at the end of the day, like XXI, there's a lot of stuff going on, man. And we I mean, I want to start covering. You'll see me start to cover a little bit more of the gaming aspect, and then when the wallet updates come out, a little bit more of the wallet aspect. But we have partnerships that MMA has, like with Nigeria and Philippines, and that 3-letter word that Andrew dropped. We still don't even know what that means yet. So there's just so much going on. Yes, Ken. Like Doc said, and not to forget the rainforest. The rainforest is a big deal, man. They're working on that. They're building out a rainforest, and that people are actually going to be able to utilize, and it's going to be a real life replica of the rainforest that's there already. Huge news. And this stuff is ready, man. Like this stuff, so close. I got to catch back up on my chat here. The one who wants to understand will, and right, XXI, you're right. The ones who want to understand it will, and the ones who don't won't. And that's okay. That's okay. I don't need everybody to understand. So one thing that I've been a big proponent of is I love the MMAI community, right? I'm actually happy that we don't have 75 million, 7 million some odd people in our community right now. I think that we're at the point right now where we're building a solid community. I love our community. Everybody's engaged. Everybody's there. Everybody's there for the right reasons. We have good people. They ask really good questions. They're just good, solid people. And, we have fun, we laugh, we joke. When things aren't going, when Ethereum decides to be, as Dr. Rob would say, bipolar, and the chart's not looking the best because Ethereum's bipolar, you don't have people going crazy and talking craziness. Everybody is good. And I believe everybody that's in our project either understands technology in the crypto game or they're trying to understand it. And they're just a good community, a good solid community of people. And if you can surround yourself with them, then the sky's the limit. Like, I don't understand everything about a layer 2 blockchain. I don't understand everything about cryptocurrency gaming. I damn sure don't understand everything about mining. But at the end of the day, our community is so good that we're all going to learn together, right? You look at Crypto Lounge. Crypto Lounge is a mining. He's my mining guy. He understands mining from a cryptocurrency perspective on a level that I will never understand it or don't understand it at this point, right? So he's going to teach us things that we didn't know as a community. Dr. Rob's on the real estate side, on the business side. He's going to teach us things from that aspect that we would have never looked at or seen or thought about, right? And, you have Augustine, who is just an absolute blockchain guy, right? He understands the flow of blockchain. He understands how it works. He understands AI. He understands these things. So he's going to bring it to us from that perspective. And the people that are in our community, in the MMAI community, they want to learn this stuff. Like, they want to learn this stuff and they want to understand it. And I think that's the one thing that I value most about this community is that we all know what we know and we all know what we don't know. And what we don't know, we all defer to the people who do know, and we all learn together. And I've never seen a cryptocurrency community like this before, with no toxicity. So I'm all in. And that's my rant for the morning. That's my rant for the morning, man. And I don't know how else to, what I'm saying? XXI and Dr. Rob and Lena and everybody else. It feels different. If you've been in the communities before, it feels different, right? It just feels a little bit different. You look at, different people, expertise in different things. Everybody's respectful. We bring things to the dev team. They listen. They don't always agree with everything that we bring to them, but they listen. Which is a big step forward in this part of cryptocurrency. So I don't know how else to explain that other than that's kind of where I am, and that's why I'm happy that we don't have 10,000 holders. I don't need 1,000 some odd holders that are positive and 8,000 that are negative. We have too good of a community for that. Our community is way too good for that. It definitely does feel different. It does. And, people will argue with me and they'll say, oh, you need, 8, 9, 10,000 holders. But do you really? If 8,000 of your holders are negative, do you really need them? Do you really? Would it be nice? Yeah, but do you really? Probably not, So, you think about it, like, we just don't need that. The project's too big. It's too strong. It has too much going for it. So, I'm going to embrace the community that we have. And, I'm going to really, really get on board with the community that we have. And I'm going to embrace that. regardless of whether that's 1,000 or 2,000 or 3,000. I'm going to embrace that. I agree. I agree. At least amount, at least amount in fighting. Yeah, Ken, we don't have that. If you notice, there's no infighting. There's no, every once in a while you might find somebody with a disagreement, but I just I don't usually it's talked out like adults, and everything moves on. Transactions, yeah, microtransactions is where it is, and that's what I was saying earlier. Some projects are built off a holder count, and some projects are built off of transactions. MMAI's ecosystem is built off of transactions. It's built off of microtransactions, and that's what we have to focus on. Facts, facts. That's all. That's all we. That's all we. That's all we can do. Hold, hold down, hold down what we got, right, and we'll hold it down together, right? XXI, like I hope from an MMAI standpoint that nobody ever feels like they're holding it down by themselves, right? Because we're all holding it down together, right? And we're gonna hang on to what we have. We're gonna enjoy this ride. It's gonna be a great ride, and we're gonna enjoy this ride, and we're gonna enjoy the people that are on this ride with us. I want everybody to win. At the end of the day, I want XXI to win. I want Dr. Rob to win. I want Ken to win. I want Lena to win. I want everybody to win with MMAI, and I think they will. I think my thought is that they will, and if we could all win together, then that says a lot. That says a lot. Eventually, I'll pay off. It will, and Dr. Rob and I agree, and we're all gonna win together, guys. And it's gonna be a beautiful thing when it happens, because you're gonna see a lot of people that were sitting on the sidelines or that were saying something. They're gonna eat their words, or they're gonna get in, one or the other. But with that, guys, you guys know Tuesdays are my busy day. Let's review some things that we have. That's my rant for the morning about MMAI. Go if you are looking to get an NFT, guys, do not wait any longer. Just go get one. Go add a new one. Go add another one if you're able to. You will yeah, FOMO. We're gonna see the FOMO. Dr. Rob, we will see the FOMO in this project. But if you're able to get another one, go ahead, grab another one if you're not comfortable where you are. Today is the last day. We're looking at an 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time cutoff. So because of that, I think here's the schedule for today, guys, because today is a big day in MMAI. Today is an absolute huge day that we are going to close out this NFT sale. You have me this morning right now, which you guys tuned into. We have Dr. Rob going on Twitter Space at 11:30 a.m. today, Eastern Standard Time. So if you're in a different time zone, click on Dr. Rob's Twitter, set your reminder. It'll tell you exactly what time he's going on in your time zone. But I'm Eastern Standard Time, so it is going to be 11:30 my time. Then you have me and Waddy and Dr. Rob doing a Twitter Space. We're gonna hit Dr. Rob up twice today. We're gonna do a Twitter Space 6:30. I'm gonna host that. I have to go in and make an adjustment that it will be a recorded space today, guys. Usually they're not recorded on Tuesday, but we will record them today. That's gonna pop off at 6:30 instead of 7:00 today, Eastern Standard Time, because we have Oz and Austin going on at right around 8:00 on a live stream to really close out the NFT sale and really bring it all to a close for us. And so that we're able to all, get on that live stream and really celebrate the success that we had a successful NFT sale. Whatever that success looks like, we'll celebrate it all day. So, guys, That is the schedule for today. It is a jam-packed schedule because of, the last day being the last day of the month. So, um, go ahead. You make sure that you're following everybody. Make sure that you're in them spaces. Make sure, we never know who's going to drop by. We never know who's going to drop in. We never know, what's going to happen in them spaces or in them live streams, because our dev team seems to just drop in and drop bombs whenever they feel like they want to. You don't know when Augie's popping up. You don't know when Andrew's popping up. You don't know when Austin's popping up. So, stay tuned to all that stuff today. So we'll recap that real quick. You guys got me this morning, which are here, you're on here now. You have Dr. Rob at 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. You have me, Waddy, and Dr. Rob begin at 6:30. And then you have Awesome Awesome at 11 p.m. So a lot going on, a lot to take care of today with the last day of the NFT sale. So, tune in, stay up to date. And and like Dr. Rob saying, stay tuned, because you never know. The dev team for MMAI is so unpredictable about when they're going to come. And I don't think that that's by accident. I think they do that purposely, mess with us a little bit, make sure everybody's paying attention. But stay tuned, because we don't know what today's going to bring. It's early, and we just don't know what it's going to bring with the dev team that we have. So that's the schedule. Pre-market still look good today, guys, for the stock market, but be wary of the target issues that we have. The overall cryptocurrency market, it's trading sideways today, and sometimes sideways is good, and we'll take sideways. From a trader's perspective, sideways is good. We'll take it, especially with the economy that we're in right now. So it's going to be a good day today, guys. Enjoy the day. Beaver, good morning. How are you? Dr. Rob says they might pop in. They might. I'm telling you. But with that, guys, I got to go. I got to get myself onto a meeting. But I appreciate you guys spending your morning with me. Appreciate you guys dropping by. Have a great day. Enjoy the day. Enjoy the accomplishments of the day. And just have a great Tuesday, guys. So with that, I am out. I appreciate every single one of you. And thank you so much for spending your morning with me. And I am out, and I will see you guys at 11:30. All right. Bye.